Well, welcome back. I know it's been a while. Haven't had a whole lot going on. Really interesting, if you will, this summer, so I didn't want to bore you guys with all that, but it is now September 2nd. As you can see, we got some early beans that are getting really close. These will probably cut. Today is, like I said, the 2nd, which is a Monday. These might be close Saturday, maybe. If not, probably Monday, Tuesday of next week, so about a week, maybe a little more. I don't know, it's kind of hard to tell. These early beans sometimes take a while to dry down, but I mean, there's some of these plants that are cracking open. There's obviously a lot of green still out there, but we can deal with some green stems as long as the pods are dry. You can see the combines are out up there. We got them washed, waxed, serviced. Luke did couple things to his, and that was it. So really nothing special going on there. Got both the 4-wheel drives washed and waxed, got both the front wheel assist washed and waxed. So like I said, it's just the real boring stuff. Didn't want to show you guys that. Got both the grain carts in there. They were washed and should have been waxed last year, so it's good to go. So we got the old auger here. Gotta do a couple things to it, not much. And then Luke brought in his bean head. We got to put a whole slew of new sickle sections on. So you can see, find a worn one here. It's not terrible. Right there, there's a pretty bad one. But put new sickle sections on it, grease it, and then he's got a cable to fix. Gonna put new tires on the front because you can see those are pretty well used. But right here is this cable. Runs these markers here, and this cable is actually attached to a sensor, so that's pretty detrimental to get replaced, but that's what we got planned for right now. So since we've got so many sections to replace, just gonna take this wobble box linkage apart here and just pull out the whole bar and lay it down flat and work on it then. That way we don't have to worry about moving it side to side to get them out between the guards. I didn't even need the pry bar. That's what maintenance will do for you. Lube. They're pretty, it's pretty gooped up, so it's not terrible. Now this should slide back.
Paper towel or something on the workbench.
Hold on. As you saw, we got a yanked out down there, and there you can see, really dull. So, gonna do quite a few of these. but we'll get little mini impact guns, and these will pop right off. Don't know if we're gonna have enough sections, and today's Labor Day, so Berkey's isn't open, but we can at least get it torn apart. We also just got the Westfield backed in here. This is new to us last year. Well, it's a brand new auger last year, but somehow it's got a hole right there. And I think it's riveted on there. So we're gonna figure out, I don't know, how to patch that or something. If not, I have to drill that out and re-rivet it, but I really don't want to have to do that because we don't have a good rivet gun. But while it's in here, we'll also grease and oil the bearings and chains. Not too bad. Check the tire pressure. Probably bearing there in the end. And that should be about it for it. I actually might rinse it off a little bit while it's in here. Got a little dusty sitting in the old barn. So see how that goes. I'll go see if I can't find any sickle sections for this bean head. I'm having a feeling we're not going to have very many, but we'll get done what we can. Well, I got a little sidetracked. I'm having some issues with this mower. As you can tell, I got it torn apart pretty good. I thought it was an ignition issue, so I was tracking down the wiring. These things are crammed in there so tight I had to pop the engine up, which wasn't that big of a deal. It was only held down by 4 bolts. But I'm not seeing any problems. So I'm going to look up some wiring diagrams, see if I can't find anything. And if not, it's going to go to Berkey's tomorrow. Well, I'm not good enough mechanic. I did put new spark plugs in it yesterday when it first started giving us fits. But that didn't help, obviously. So I tore into it, and I, just by the symptoms it was giving, I kind of figured it wasn't getting spark. So actually what I did, I just unplugged one cylinder, and it still started very roughly, obviously, and ran rough. Plugged that one in, unplugged the other one, did not start or run. So it's got not getting spark to one plug. I don't know if the wire's bad or the coils or whatever's on these things. I'm not real good with stuff like that, so we're going to take it into Berkey's tomorrow. But I got it rinsed off just a little bit before they tear into it, and hopefully they can get it fixed real quick. That way we can get back to mowing what we need to, because we got a lot to do and we're not even for hire. Well, Luke tore into his bean head a little bit and got those cables taken off that I was telling you about. He had one bad one for sure that was broken, and then the other one was frayed, so he just decided he's going to replace both those. But obviously we're going to have to wait till tomorrow, since today's Labor Day, like I said. See if Berkey's has got them in stock. If not, they'll have to order them. And then he's going to actually, I think, price just a full sickle section bar that's already put together with the sickles on it and all put together, because last time we checked, it was actually cheaper to get the whole section rather than put them on individually, which would be all right, because I'd say probably 80 to 85% of them need replaced anyway. So get that done. That should be done. If they got everything, it'll be done tomorrow morning, no problem. Get Dad's in there, do the same thing, and then probably get the corn head in, check it out, and then really everything should be ready to go. We got our semis are getting serviced right now, so once they get back, if we got time, we'll wash and wax them, and then we should be about caught up. So hopefully see you guys tomorrow. Well, I'm not exactly for sure where Matthew left you guys yesterday, but I knew he was talking about this sickle bar right here, and as you can see, well, I don't know if you can see very well, Luke went through and marked all the ones that he wants replaced. I think he said there's about 80% of them. I don't know, there's probably a couple hundred knives on here, so what's that? 150, 160 of them need replaced. But we're going to do that. We were thinking we maybe just going to just do the whole kit and caboodle, but I think it's going to be about $300 in knives or sickle sections, whatever you guys want to call them. And I don't really know how much one whole thing would cost. Probably $500 or $700, I'd imagine. So we're going to replace those, and then hopefully everything else on here should last through the rest of the season. Besides maybe a couple that break, whatever. But that's the nice thing about with 2 bean heads. That's obviously like half the acres per head, so that each head wears a little less. But then again, you got to maintain 2 of them, so it's, I don't know. It's probably about the same, but you don't get to your hour service interval as fast like with our combines. When we were running one combine, we were constantly doing a bunch of fluid changes, not just like the oil, but like hydraulic and stuff like that. But once you run 2 combines, cuts that down to half, so it's a little less involved when you got to do service and stuff. So I'll get these knives knocked out. It'll probably take me a little bit. There's quite a few of them, and then after that, I'll probably leave this head in here because he's got some of those cables he's got to work on yet. But I'll probably move this combine. I'll have to move the other combine, and then pull the other head in here somewhere, and pretty much do the same thing. Doesn't need the other head, as far as I know, doesn't need any cables or anything, because that's not a very common thing to fix. But it'll need greased, the other head will, and then some sickles replaced as well. Well, we got all the sickle sections put on that cutter bar. We haven't put the bar back in the header yet, but we're gonna run both of our 4-wheel drive tractors over to our other shed that we've got, just because we got the semis from over there and out of room here. So take the 4-wheel drives over there, because obviously we won't need them till majority of the way through harvest. John's gonna get the Steiger, it looks like, and I'll get the Versatile. We're gonna get the corn head hooked up now. Like I said, all we have to do that bean head, well, that we have to do, is put that sickle back in, because Luke's the one who tore apart the cables and knows how those go back in there and how they get routed. Not for sure how that is, but he's not here right now. He won't be back here till about 3 o'clock. He's also wanting to check out some guards, maybe do a couple things with those. And I can't call him because he's at a wedding on a Tuesday afternoon. But so we gotta wait on that. But we're gonna get Dad's combine backed out and get the corn head pulled out and just hook up to it and just pull up next to the shop door, because Luke's combine's in there. I don't really need to move it. It's so nice out. It's like 72 degrees, something like that. So we're gonna get this backed out and hooked up. And basically, I think all we got to do is check the gearbox oil right there at the drain plug here, and then the gearboxes up there. There's the plug right there for the snapping rolls and the gathering chains. So John's going to back the Ranger up, and we'll get this hooked up. Keep going left. Okay, straight. Well, got all 8 of the row gearboxes checked. They were good. Check that gearbox, they were good. Dad oiled chain in there. So we're gonna get it hooked up. That way we can run some yearly calibrations. Gonna grease the snapping rolls and then this corn head. And the combine will be ready to go. Just gotta do Dad's bean head, which don't know if it needs anything. If it does, probably hopefully won't be much. And then we'll be getting really close to have everything ready to go. Well, I'm running one of the header calibrations. This is just basically moving the header up and down by itself. See there, it just told me pulse header up, so I'm gonna hit up. And it's gonna come up by itself. After we do that, I'll get the operating height set, and then Jonathan's out there on the four-wheeler setting up some flags, and we're gonna do the distance calibration. That way it knows how much ground we're covering and the acres, and then it should be good to go. Well, just like that, got her all calibrated. Should be hopefully good to go. Hopefully nothing goes wrong, but you never know. So we'll get Luke's bean head finished up tomorrow. I think Jonathan and I are gonna call it an early day and go set up some deer hunting stuff. That way we'll be ready to go whenever we got time, either when it gets too wet when we're harvesting or just after harvest. So that's gonna be all for this video. We appreciate you guys watching. If you would, like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you at the next one.